Hey y'all, it's Caitlyn. Last year I did a few of these, but I only did one on camera. These little Pokemon environments on these little wooden bases. And I got a bunch of these little figures from the Pokemon Advent Calendar I did in December. So I want to do it again. So I chose Sneasel, which it's still funny how they print his little face. And then I chose Eevee to go on with them. So I'm going to make an icy environment. Eevee probably wouldn't be around the ice too much, but it would be if it was trying to evolve into a Glaceon, so I'm counting. So, and this one's an ice type. So, first things first, I'm gonna do tinfoil sheets, and I'm gonna break them up, and I'm just gonna start trying to do some landscape, I guess you could say, here. So what I wanna do, I wanna have kind of like an icy hill on one side that kind of spikes up a little bit, and I wanna have like a little frozen river with resin and lighter weight. So I think that's about the part where I want Sneasel, this little cliff thing, and I can glue both of his feet onto it because his feet don't go flat. A little bit more around him, and then we're gonna glue all this down. The tinfoil will also add a lot of different texture. Now I need a spot for Eevee. I just need to make sure the spot is big enough. I think that one will do it. So let me bulk up a little bit more. That is about where I want it. So now I'm just gonna go around and put some clear Gorilla Glue. And for anyone wondering, this is just a wooden coaster that I got off of. All right, all that's glued on. So we're just gonna let it dry and I'll come back in a few hours. All right, everything is dried on there. So the only reason this is black is because this is the same container I did this in last time. So I'm going to be making paper mache, pretty much using toilet paper instead of regular paper. And I'm gonna want it to be snowy and icy, so I'm gonna put a little bit of white paint in here. Instead of using regular Mod Podge, I need to shake it up. I'm gonna be using the sparkle one. That way it'll look a little bit like snow. That was a big glob of it. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to paper mache pretty much all of it, including the spot where I kind of want the resin river. And I'll explain why when we get to the resin part. So I'm just gonna lightly go over every bit of this. My fingertips are frozen, but there it is. Now, I think it's because it's white, a lot of the toilet paper texture is showing up, but I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal when it cures, we'll see. And I did add a little extra piece right here because I didn't like how it was just straight up here. Let this sit overnight. All right, y'all, so here is final result on the paper mache part anyway. Looks pretty good. You can definitely see a lot of the sparkle. I'm gonna go ahead to, I've already put in some chalk pastels in this palette, some white, blue, and some white. And I'm just gonna lightly dust in some of the crevices. I'm not gonna go super dark. All right, I think that gave it a little bit of depth. So next step is the resin. So I have some UV resin, get some packing tape the edges. So I'm gonna use a pen just to really make sure that this is on here good. So hopefully it does not leak. Now another reason I said I was gonna tell you guys why I decided to paper mache the entire thing. One is for consistency, to make sure everything looks cohesive. But another thing is I've noticed when I use UV resin on these little wooden trays, for some reason, it doesn't always stick. Like several months later, I'll come look at the piece. The resin will have detached. It's still solid, but it will have detached from the base. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm hoping that the texture of this will keep it more steadily glued on. So I have a little silicone measuring cup. I'm gonna put healthy amount, and to try to make it look a little bit icy, I'm gonna put 1 drop of transparent blue and 1 drop of pearlescent white. All right, so that's pretty shimmery. So let's just pour it in. Let me try spraying this around. I might need to get a little bit more. All right, I got it covered. I'm gonna put a little bit more in there just because you can kind of see some of the texture rising above the resin level. That's about it for this. So again, I'm gonna go stick this under my UV lamp. Ain't got no leaks so far, so hopefully it's gonna stay that way. All right, so this is fully cured. It's a little sticky on the sides, but that's just from the adhesive from the tape because I didn't use actual resin tape. I just used packing tape. I have some Pro X powder to see what this looks like. I've actually never tried this before. And I'll also take that sticky away, creating this little iridescent effect. I don't need it to be like stuck on there. I need it kind of to do like the chalk pastels did. Just linger enough for it to look like it's there. That about does it pretty much. Now I just have to glue on our little dudes. All right, and there we go. So the only problem is that you can definitely still see the texture from the toilet paper, but I think it looks pretty good overall. That definitely looks like icy water. We got Eevee chilling up here. It's got that pearlescent stuff all over its face from laying down on the table. And there's Sneasel. Really cool. I think this came out pretty good. So let me know what you guys think about it. Which ones should I do next? And yeah, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Like always, it's a community, not a competition. I'll see y'all later. Bye.